And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome here to the debut race of the debut series of the debut season of Season 1 of the PCSRA Craftsman Truck Series. Getting set to go racing here for the Coca-Cola Vanilla 299. 17 laps of racing coming your way here at the Super Speedway here in Connecticut. Ingrid Pollard is on the pole position alongside of Jamie Bonine. Xavier Alsop and Maisie Creighton will complete the opening two rows. You see the rest of the starting lineup for season one of this great event. It's time to get these trucks rolling off. 36 of them are going to take the green flag for today's exciting race, which is going to be a bit of unknown what kind of racing we're going to see here today, with this being an inaugural season of this series. 36 trucks ready to go. They'll be racing every week. They're going to have 23 races on the calendar. We're going to go to some short tracks, intermediates, a couple of road courses, and even a dirt track on the schedule. This should be a fun, exciting race here for the amazing inaugural season of the PCSRA Craftsman Truck Series. And our theme motto is tough trucks, tough racing is what we're going to have. Coca-Cola Super Speedway, one of my favorite super speedways, because Daytona and Talladega can be really a snooze fest. So we're going to have to see how this will go as the pace truck will pull off, leaving the field in the hands of Ingrid Pollard as the control car, getting ready for 17 laps of racing. And let's see what kind of racing will we see, and will we have the big one? We're going to find out today. The inaugural Craftsman Truck Series for the PCSRA is underway. Going to take these trucks almost a full lap to get up to full speed. Going to be interesting to get used to all these names that we're going to have, as Carlos Rodriguez is going to look to the race lead, being drafted by Olivia Jackson, as Emma Keizer come into the inside of the three truck. And Carlos Rodriguez will come off of turn number 4 to lead the first lap of this race. As Keizer is going to go to the inside in that number 3 truck. Carlos Rodriguez now leads that second lap of this race. A lot of drivers jockeying around the entire field within a second of one another. As we race into turn 1 for the third time, there's Alex Winters in the 00. Aaron Hornish in the 9. Alina Ricci in the 1. There is 2 Riccies in the field. The other one is in the 24 machine. That is Anthony Ricci. And the third of that trio will be in tomorrow's Busch Series race here at Coca-Cola Super Speedway. Currently on lap number 4, these drivers not really pushing the envelope a lot, as we're going to go 3 wide here with Alex Winters, Rodriguez, and that is the 9 of Hornish to the race lead. That's Harrison Jenkins, former TMSRA driver, making his truck debut for Circle Sport. And that is Anthony Ricci in the 24 to the race lead. Ricci will lead that lap. Anthony Ricci, that is. The other Ricci that's also a the other Ricci that also starts with an A, and I'll make sure to have that clarified for score 4 or for the point system, will be Annika Ricci. You'll see her tomorrow as she'll be racing for the PCSRA Busch Series Championship. Here comes that 0-2 of Blake Wagner. Blake is going to take the race lead here. This is a new series that I wanted to try. After announcing I retired the Monster Energy Series Coca-Cola Trucks Buffalo Wild Wings Series, so this is something new I want to try in terms of the PCSRA standpoint. All 36 of these drivers are full-time drivers in this series. So if they win today, they would be into the unofficially into the playoffs, providing they stay in the top 20 in points. As that's Victoria Hughes in the 8, and right behind her is Chaz Farmer in the 59. That's Jared Johnson in the 04, that Chevy Silverado. Now they're starting to get 3 wide here. Wagner will lead this lap. Here comes Anthony Ricci, but here comes Victoria Hughes in the 8 truck. Victoria Hughes running the Dodge Dealers number 8 Dodge Ram for Bobby Hamilton Racing. Chaz Farmer going to the inside of her. I see that 7 truck down there. That is Cody Goforth. They're nearly 4 wide, and around they go. There we go. We got the big one, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no, Askarov is in it. The 9 truck is upside down. You knew that was going to happen sooner or later. Hornish is in it. Shayla Askarov, Bradley, Underhill, Ricci, and Glover, and the caution is out. You knew that was going to happen with these drivers leaning on one another, and our first wreck of the new era of the truck series took out a lot of big names. Abigail Furling's on pit road. A lot of damage to the Orleans Dodge. Jared Underhill, Carolina Bradley, Alina Ricci, Xavier Allsop. A lot of damage to that 66. Aaron Hornish, Curtis Glover, Shayla Askarov. We're going to have some drivers out of the race. There's Xavier Allsop. A lot of damage to that Dodge. He's out of the race, so that's a tough break for him. Caution's out for the first time today here at the Coca-Cola Super Speedway. Let's jump back and look at a replay to see what happened. The big one strikes as they were going 4 wide at the front of the field. Well, you figured this was going to be the big one right here as you watch a 4 wide situation here, and that was with Cody Goforth. Looks like Alinsky went up and got Jared Johnson. They come down, get Cody Goforth. And look at the track, just going to come block here. We'll look at the Jared Johnson incident in a minute. AC Alinsky hits the apron. There's where the 66 gets involved. 64 is going to get a piece there. 64, by the way, was Ashton Ingersoll. There's where Furling got a piece. There's where the 2 gets involved. Carolina Bradley's going to run in the back of the Federated Auto Parts. Silverado is going to send the 52 upside down. And you see Shayla Askarov, who just graduated from GTSRA. She's going to make a little bit of contact with the 9 truck. And see, when you have this big, massive banking, it's going to flip the truck over, and that's what happened to the 36. It just flipped it over. And then let me see what happened here with Alina Ricci, and that is Curtis Glover in the 18, how they got collected. Looks like the 18 got turned by somebody. I don't know who. Oh, this was a separate wreck. He got into, that is the 20 of Alexandre Sarnes. Looks like they carried each other into the wall, so we've had 2 separate wrecks that I was not aware of. And there you see the Dickies Dodge sideways. And nowhere for a lot of drivers to go. And there's where the 1 gets a piece of it. That was Alina Ricci. Now to the Jared Johnson incident. Looks like he came out of that unscathed. As we'll actually go to the 24 of Anthony Ricci. See, there's the contact there. There's the incident that started. Got the 15 involved, and pretty hefty whack for the GMAC Chevrolet Silverado. And then he goes up into the wall. The 29 goes up into the wall. Blake Wagner in the wall. That was Marcus Sellers in the 29. There's the contact there, and there's the rest of it. And looks like everybody else avoided it. So, a lot of drivers. Oh, Parker Castle got a piece of it. I didn't see he was involved, but caution's out for the first time today. Let's jump to the restart here at Coca-Cola. About to go back to green flag racing with about 5 laps of racing to go. As Chaz Farmer is the leader, Victoria Hughes second, Emma Keizer in third, Jared Johnson fourth, Cheyenne Berkshire is fifth, Luis Hernandez sixth, Maisie Creighton seventh, Lucy Grainger eighth, Morgan Laura is ninth, and Alexandre Sarnes in 10th. Going to be a single file restart since we are inside of 10 laps to go. Drivers out after that incident. Looks like from 28th all the way to 36th. They are Jamie Bonine, Parker Castle, Xavier Allsop, Shyla Askarov, top break for the Kyrgyzstan driver, Curtis Glover, Shyla Linsky, top break for him in his return to the PCSRA, Abigail Furling, Alina Ricci, and Carolina Bradley all out of this race. As here we go, gonna take the green with 5 laps of racing to go here at Coca-Cola. And for those drivers I just mentioned that finished out of the race, they're going to have to hope they have a bounce back performance at our next Truck Series race for this series. That will be in about 3 weeks when we head to. Actually, let me look at the calendar here. Yeah, 3 weeks we head to the Martinsville Speedway. Hope you'll join us for that. Next week we'll have just Busch and Cup coming to you live from our first short track. Actually, no, we're going to have them live at Sonoma for our first road course race. I noticed the pack got broken up because of all the damaged trucks and all that. As Keizer leads, who's lost the draft? Looks like Ingersoll. Hornish had troubles getting around Ingersoll. Jesse Art in the 11 got held up. There's Cody Goforth. That was Sam Vickers in the 75. Jared Underhill. Carlos Rodriguez. So a lot of drivers just lost the pack. So that's not going to do them any good. And with the amount of laps we're running out of, that's not going to do him any favor. As M Lohr is going to go to the race lead here in the 13 Outback Steakhouse Chevrolet Silverado. Don't know what team this truck is. I want to say ST Motorsports, but I could be wrong. Same with the 02 and the 24. As we have 3 laps of racing to go here at Coca-Cola Super Speedway. As I said, our next race will be coming to you live from, what did I say a second ago? Martinsville. So we'll be at Martinsville in 3 weeks' time. Next week, as I said, will be Busch and Cup. They go from the first Super Speedway race to their first road course race. They're going to Sonoma next week on the calendar. That should be a lot of fun. The truck race will air just before 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope you'll be with us for some beating and banging at Martinsville, my favorite racetrack. M Lohr leads that lap as we're down to 2 laps to go. Here comes Olivia Jackson in the 6. Olivia Jackson, the Lucas Oil Chevrolet. How would it be for her to win the inaugural event here in the Truck Series? Would be a good honor for her. In fact, would be a good honor for any of these drivers. Yeah, new series, a lot of hungry drivers. I'm not sure what's going on with my mouse. Double clicking. There's Lucy Grainger in the 50 car, that Navy Ford F Series. We will see her sister, Samantha Grainger, in the Busch race tomorrow. Should be a lot of fun. Going to be a 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time race like it is today. As the white flag is out, 1 more lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. We'll have 2 extra drivers than what we had this weekend, and then of course the Cup race will be at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope you'll be with us for that as well. Does anyone have anything for Olivia Jackson? M Lohr not doing anything. Neither is Luis Hernandez. Victoria Hughes looking underneath, and she's going to get moved up by E Keizer. I don't think anybody's going to get the Lucas Oil Chevrolet as we come off at turn number 4. Olivia Jackson. Does anybody make a move on the last lap? The 17 does. That was Hernandez, and they're going to run out of time. Olivia Jackson, the first ever PCSRA Craftsman Truck Series winner here today at Coca-Cola, taking the Coke Vanilla 299. And unofficially has Olivia Jackson locked herself a spot into this season's chase for the championship. We will find that out in 15 races from now. Standings are not yet official, but M Lohr will get second, L Hernandez third, M Creighton fourth, M Keizer fifth, then it's B Wagner, Victoria Hughes, Chaz Farmer, Lucy Grainger, and Jared Johnson bounce back to a top 10 result. You look on down to the rest of the finishing results. We had 25 drivers finished on the lead lap. That would be Ashton Ingersoll, who was the last of them, as the standings are indeed official, and I'm going to take care of that real quickly. Jared Underhill, Aaron Hornish finished a lap down in this race, and then everybody else finished out of the race. Jamie Bonine, Parker Castle, Xavier Alsop, Shayla Askarov, Curtis Glover, Shohei Alinsky, Abigail Furling, Alina Ricci, and Carolina Bradley. So a tough break for those drivers. They'll look to bounce back at our next race at Martinsville Speedway. But that is going to do it for the inaugural Craftsman Truck Series race here at Coca-Cola. Hope you'll join us for our next race as we head to the fun Martinsville Speedway. That should be a lot of fun. Please give this video a like if you guys enjoyed today's race. Subscribe to become part of the PCSRA crew today. We show your full finish results. Your point standings will be down in the description heading into our next race in 3 weeks at Martinsville. We got Busch and Cup racing still to come here at Coca-Cola Super Speedway. Hope you'll join us for that. Until then, I've been DeVol signing off as you've been watching yet another broadcast of PCSRA TV, where champions are made since 2010 and the best in racing around the world since 2017. Goodbye from Coca-Cola Super Speedway.